Every coding influencer is either screaming, learn to code is the best decision ever, or don't bother, AI killed everything. And they are both lying to you. I've been learning to code for almost 3 years now. I started in February 2023 with a university scholarship. I've gone through tutorial hell, applied to dozens of jobs, get ghosted by companies, and I am still here grinding. I'm about to tell you what nobody else will tell you about learning to code in 2025. Not the toxic positivity BS, not the gloom and doom fear mongering, the actual truth. Now, here's why you should listen to me. I'm not a senior developer at some big tech company. I'm not a coding influencer who learned back in 2015 when you could get a job after just 3 months of going to a bootcamp. I'm actually someone who's in the trenches right now in December 2025, living this reality every single day. I started as a petroleum engineering student. I thought coding would be my ticket out. And here I am, almost 3 years later, still building projects on Frontend Mentor, still learning, still applying, and I'm not here to give you a course or give you some inspirational speech. No, I'm here to tell you the actual reality. So, if you are thinking about learning to code, or you are already learning and wondering if I made a mistake or if I made the right choice, this video is definitely for you. Now, before we get into this, I need to say something. The answer to should I learn to code in 2025 is not a simple yes or no. Anyone who gives you a black and white answer is either trying to sell you something or doesn't know what they are talking about. The real answer is it depends. It depends on your situation, your timeline, your financial position, your personality, and most importantly, your expectations. So in this video, I'm going to break down what actually changed in 2025 compared to when I started in 2023. The lies influencers and course sellers are telling you. The hard truth nobody wants to admit. Who should learn to code and who probably shouldn't, and what you need to know if you decide to actually do this. No BS, no fluff, just reality. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what's different about learning to code in 2025 versus 2 years or 3 years ago, because a lot of advice you are getting is outdated. Seriously, the people telling you just learn React and build some projects are giving you advice from 2020. That is not reality anymore. Change 1. The junior market is brutal. Now, let's just rip the band-aid off. The junior developer job market in 2025 is tough. Not impossible, but tough. When I started in 2023, people were still getting hired relatively easy. Now, I am in Discord servers and Reddit communities with hundreds of aspiring developers, and here is what I'm saying. People applying to 100+ companies and getting maybe 5 responses. Junior roles that used to say 0 to 1 year's experience now says 2 to 3 years experience. Companies that are hiring 1 developers who can hit the ground running. They don't want to train you. They want you to already be trained even as a junior developer. In the communities I'm in, I see people who have been job searching for 6 months, 8 months, some even a year. And these people are with good portfolios. Their portfolios are with projects. They know their stuff. Yet, they have still been job hunting for a very, very long time. Does that mean it's impossible, especially for those who are just starting out now? No, but it means you can't just follow a YouTube tutorial, build 3 to-do apps, and expect interviews to flood in. The bar is much, much higher. Change 2. AI is everywhere and you better learn to use it. The second massive change is AI. AI coding tool, GitHub Copilot, Cursor AI, ChatGPT, Claude. These tools either didn't exist or weren't mainstream when I started in 2023. And here's what nobody is talking about. These tools are changing what is expected of you as a developer. I use AI tools every day now. ChatGPT helps me debug. Cursor AI speeds up my coding. And you know what? Companies expect you to be using these tools. The question isn't, will AI replace developers? The question is, can you use AI to be 3 times more productive? But here is the catch. AI tools can make learning harder if you use them wrong. If you are using ChatGPT to write all your code without understanding it, you are screwing yourself. Seriously. You need to learn the fundamentals first, then use AI to speed up So if you are learning to code in 2025 and you are not learning to use AI alongside, you are preparing yourself for a job market that does not exist. Change 3. Your portfolio needs to be significantly better. The quality bar for portfolios is way higher than it used to be. I see beginners building the same project everyone else built, a calculator app, weather app, to-do list, and then they are confused why no one is responding to their applications. Like, seriously? Here is why they won't respond to you. Employers are flooded with applications in 2025. Your portfolio needs to stand out. That means projects that solve real problems, not tutorial copies. Professional design that looks like it could be real products. Working with APIs, databases, and modern tools. Clean, readable code that shows you understand best practices. Deployed projects that actually work, not just on GitHub. Before, a mediocre portfolio used to be enough, but now it will definitely get you ignored. Change 4. Remote junior roles are rare. Remote junior roles are hard to find in 2025. A lot of companies have pulled back on remote work, especially for entry-level developers who need mentorship and onboarding. The fully remote junior roles, they are getting 500 plus applications. Now, does that mean remote job is dead? No, but it means you might need to open to hybrid or in person for your first role. Yes, and if you are only applying to remote positions, you are severely limiting your options. Change 5. Networking matters more than ever. Networking is no longer optional, it is essential. In 2022 to 2021, you could apply code to jobs and get responses. But in 2025, most jobs are filled through referrals or internal networks before they are even publicly posted. And in communities where people are actively networking, going to meetups, connecting on LinkedIn, contributing to open source, building in public, and those people are getting opportunities. The people sitting alone at home just building projects, they are struggling, and before they can get any role, it will be difficult for them. And honestly, this is where I am struggling to, or I was struggling to. I didn't have a strong network, I didn't have a mentor I can reach out to regularly, and that made everything harder for me. The lies, what influencers aren't telling you. Now let's talk about the lies, because there's so much BS circulating online, and it's either giving people false hope or scaring them away completely. Lie 1. AI is going to replace all developers. Let's kill this one immediately. AI is not replacing developers anytime soon. Is it changing the job? Absolutely. But here is the reality. AI is a tool. It's like saying calculators would replace mathematicians or Excel would replace accountants. Did those things change those jobs? Yes. Did they eliminate them? No. What AI is actually doing, making experienced developers more productive, automating repetitive boilerplate code, changing what developers focus on. That means less copy and paste, more architecture and problem solving. But someone still needs to know what to build, how to architect systems, and how to debug when AI generates code that doesn't exist, which happens all the time. If anything, AI is creating new opportunities for developers who know how to leverage it effectively. The developers who refuse to learn AI tools, those are the ones who will definitely struggle. Lie number 2. Just build projects and you will get hired. I see this advice everywhere. Just build projects and put them on GitHub. Look, projects are important, but that advice is incomplete. I've built multiple projects. They are on my GitHub. They are deployed. And you know what? I have not still landed the job. What they don't tell you, projects alone are not enough. You need to network. This is very, very important. You need to know how to talk about your project in interviews. You need soft skills like communication, teamwork, problem solving. You need to apply strategically, not just spam applications. You need to build things that actually impress people, not basic tutorial projects. Project gets you in the door, but everything else gets you the job. Like theory, you can learn in 3 months and get a 6-figure job. This is the biggest lie that course sellers push, and it is destroying people's mental health when reality doesn't match the promise. Can you learn the basics in 3 months? Maybe, if you are studying full-time and you are incredibly focused. But getting a job after 3 months, that is rare. For most people, it takes 6 to 12 months of focused learning plus 2 to 6 months of job searching, sometimes longer if the market is tough. And a 6-figure job as a junior developer in 2025, unless you are in a high cost of living area or country, or you get extremely lucky, most junior roles pay at least or at most $50,000 to $70,000 per year, which is still good money, but it is not the 120k that influencers promise. Set realistic expectations, or you are going to burn out when month 6 hits and you are still unemployed. Lie 4: the job market is dead, don't even try. On the flip side, you've got the doom and gloom crowd saying tech is dead, layoffs everywhere, junior market is impossible, save yourself, don't even try. Mind you, early this year I was a victim to that. I was like, AI is everywhere, AI is going to take the jobs of developers, so I shouldn't even bother myself. Now that is not true. Companies are still hiring developers. I see people in communities getting jobs. It's happening, guys. People are getting jobs. But there is a difference. Companies are hiring selectively. They want developers who can contribute from day one, who can work well with modern tools including AI, who don't need 6 months of hand-holding or onboarding, who have good communication skills. Truth is, it is harder to land a first job in 2025, but is it impossible? Definitely no. Lie number 5: you need a computer science degree now to land a job in tech. I see people saying the self-taught era is over, you need a degree now. Now that is not entirely true. Are some companies requiring degrees? Yes, but plenty companies still hire based on skills and portfolio, especially startups and middle-sized companies. The real question now is, can you prove you know what you are doing? If you can build impressive projects, contribute to open source, and demonstrate your skills, you don't need a degree, but you do need to be better than average. You can't be mediocre and self-taught. You need to be good. The hard truth, what nobody wants to say. Alright, now let's talk about stuff nobody wants to say, because it is not inspirational, but you need to hear this. Truth number 1: not everyone should learn to code. I'm going to say something controversial. Not everyone is cut out for coding, and that is perfectly okay. This isn't a judgment, it's just reality. If you are learning to code because you think it's easy money, my dear, it is not. If someone pressured you, you are going to quit when it gets hard. If you hate problem solving, you are going to be miserable. If you want quick career change, it takes time. You should probably look at other careers. But if you are learning because you genuinely enjoy building things, you like solving puzzles and figuring things out, you are willing to grind for like 6 months to 12 months, you can handle uncertainty and rejection, you are interested in technology works, then yes, it can be worth it. But you need to be honest with yourself about why you are actually doing this. Truth number 2: imposter syndrome never goes away. You are going to feel like you don't belong, like everyone else understands things you don't, like you are not good enough. I still feel this way. I see a 19-year-old on Twitter building insane projects and think, what am I doing wrong? Why don't I understand this yet? Even senior developers feel imposter syndrome. It's part of the journey. The difference between people who make it and people who quit, they are the people who make it feel that way and keep going. Yes, you feel imposter syndrome. Yes, you ask yourself, am I even cut out for this? But don't stop. Just keep on going and you definitely make it. Truth number 3: tutorial hell is real and you will fall into it. I spent months in tutorial hell, watching courses, understanding everything, then trying to code without the tutorial and blank. Nothing. I relearned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript more than twice, thinking this time it will stick. Here's the truth. You don't learn by watching. You learn by building. Even if what you build is garbage, even if it breaks, that is where the learning happens. If you've been learning for 3 months plus and you can't build something from scratch without a tutorial, sorry to say, you are already in tutorial hell. Stop watching. Please start building. Truth 4. The first job is the hardest thing you will do. Getting your first developer job is harder than learning the code. Let this sink in. For those of you starting out, getting your first developer job is much harder than coding itself. You can spend a year building skill and then spend 6 months job searching. It's brutal. It is demoralizing. You will get ghosted, you get rejected, you would even question everything. But here's the thing, once you get that first job and have 1 to 2 years of professional experience, everything gets easier. Way easier. The first job is the filter. Most people give up here. If you can push through this phase, you are definitely going to make it. Number 5, you need community and mentorship. And trust me, it is hard to find, especially the good ones that are active. It is hard to find. This is something I'm personally struggling with right now. Finding an active community of people at my level and finding mentors I can reach out to. Most coding communities are either full of complete beginners asking, how do I install VS Code? Or senior devs talking about advanced architecture. There is not much in between. There's not much. And mentorship, good luck with that. Most experienced developers are busy. They are not waiting around to answer your questions. But the people who do find community and mentorship, they progress faster. They stay motivated and they get referrals. So if you are doing this alone like I am, it's going to be harder. Not impossible, but just harder. Truth 6. You question if you wasted your time. There will be moments, like multiple moments, where you think, did I waste years of my life on this? Should I have pursued something else? Now, trust me, I've had those moments when I spent weeks debugging code and got nowhere. When I applied to a job, did their technical assessment and never heard back from them. When I see people on LinkedIn celebrating job offers while I am still grinding, I ask my question over and over again. Am I wasting my time? Your family will ask, what are you really doing on that laptop all day? Your friends won't understand. They will feel behind. Now, this is normal. Every self-taught developer goes through this phase. Question now is, can you handle that uncertainty and keep going? Can you? Alright, after all of that, here's the $1 million question. Should you learn to code in 2025? Here is my honest answer. It depends on who you are and what you are expecting. You should learn to code if you have 6 to 12 months minimum to dedicate to focused learning. You can financially support yourself during that time or balance learning with work. You genuinely enjoy problem solving and building things. You are willing to network, put yourself out there and connect with people. You can handle rejection, ghosting and months of uncertainty. You have realistic expectations. That means not expecting $100,000 after 3 months. You are interested in technology and how system works. You are willing to keep learning constantly because tech changes fast. And to answer the question, you shouldn't learn tech if you are expecting fast, easy money in 3 to 6 months. You have no interest in tech. You just want any remote job. You can't handle prolonged periods of failure and uncertainty. You hate debugging, problem solving or sorting things out. You are not willing to build projects and network actively. You are only doing this because someone else told you to. You need income immediately and can't afford a long learning period. Okay, let's say you have decided, I'm going to learn to code in 2025. Here's what you need to know to actually succeed. 1. Pick one part and stick to it. Don't do what I did. Don't learn front end for 6 months, then jump to web 3, then come back to front end. Pick one part and master it. In 2025, I would recommend front end, that is React or Next.js if you like visual, or back end, which is Node.js or Python if you like logic and systems. Full stack if you want flexibility, but it takes longer. Whatever you pick, go deeper. Don't spread yourself thin. Number 2, learn to build, not just follow. From day one, after you learn a concept, build immediately with it. Build something with it. Don't wait until you feel ready. No. If you learn HTML, build 3 simple pages from scratch. If you learn CSS, if you learn JavaScript, build 3 interactive projects. Stop collecting courses. Start building portfolio pieces. Number 3, use AI tools, but understand everything. Use ChatGPT, Cursor AI, GitHub Copilot. Whatever helps you code faster, use it. But never copy paste without understanding what you are copying. AI should speed you up, not replace your learning. If AI writes code you don't understand, break it down, ask AI to explain it, then use it. Number 4, build in public from day one. This is very important. Like, this is my biggest regret. I should have started documenting my journey from the beginning. Please post on Twitter or X, share on LinkedIn, start a YouTube channel, write blog posts. Whatever feels natural, do it. Why? Because it builds your network. It creates accountability. It shows employers your learning process. It helps you learn by teaching. The people getting jobs are the ones who are visible. Don't learn in silence. Number 5, find your community, even if it is hard. Join Discord servers, join Reddit communities, find local meetups. Don't learn alone. I'm still struggling with this myself, finding active communities and mentors, but I know the people who have this are succeeding faster. Look for communities like Frontend Mentor Discord, 100 Devs community, local tech up meetups, Twitter developer communities. Number 6, prepare for a long job search. After you finish learning and building your portfolio, expect 2 to 6 months of job searching, maybe even longer. And during that search, apply strategically. That means 10 quality applications is greater than 100 spray and pray applications. Customize every application, follow up an application, network aggressively, keep building projects to stay sharp. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So final question, knowing everything I know now, would I still choose to learn to code if I was starting over in 2025? Honestly, I don't even know. There are days I think, yes, absolutely. I love building things. I love solving problems. This is what I want to do. And there are also days I think, I've spent almost 3 years on this. I could have pursued something else. What if this does not work out? But here is what I do know now. I am not quitting. Not now. I've come too far. I've invested too much. And I've seen enough people succeed to know it is very much possible. Am I where I want to be? No. Am I frustrated sometimes? Yes. Do I feel like I am not good enough? All the damn time. But I am building real projects now. I understand what I am doing in ways I did not understand a year ago. And I am confident that if I keep going, I will definitely get there. So would I recommend this path to someone else in 2025? Well, only if they are going in with their eyes open. Only if they understand that it is actually hard, not simple as they paint it online. Only if they are willing to grind through the uncertainty. This isn't a get rich quick path. This is a build risk keys over years and eventually create opportunities path. If that sounds what is to you, welcome to the journey. If it doesn't, that's okay too. There are other paths. Look, I can't make the decision for you. Only you know your life, your situation, and your goals. But what I can tell you is this: whatever you decide based on reality, not hype. Not based on what some influencer selling a 2,000 course tells you. Not based on doom scrolling Twitter, seeing layoff news. Talk to people who are currently learning. Join communities. Ask questions. Make an informed choice. I'm documenting my entire journey on this channel. The good, the bad, the failures, the small wins. If you want to see what learning to code in 2025 actually looks like, no filter, no BS, please subscribe and follow along. And I need to know, are you learning to code right now? Are you considering it? What is your biggest fear or question about it? Please drop a comment below. Let's have a real conversation, not the fake motivational stuff you see everywhere. If this video gave you a clear picture of what you are getting into, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you know someone who is thinking about learning to code, send them this video. They deserve to know the truth. Thanks for watching. Whatever you choose, I hope it is the right decision for you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.